Every day is a good day to learn, to care, and to celebrate. Namaste, everyone. Today we are heading towards the poultry unit of our college. As IAEC Institutional Animal Ethics Committee gives permission to conduct a trial on the table birds. So we are here to visit poultry unit of our college, and we have resource person. I am very pleased to introduce Sir.
Good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Om Prakash Dinani, Assistant Professor, Department of Structural Livestock Farm Complex. I am also the farm manager of this poultry farm. This is the college poultry farm, namely poultry demonstration in the experimental unit. Welcome, please.
Sir is a very talented man. Sir is PG and PhD from the IBRI Isaac Nagar, and Sir has done his PhD in the poultry science. Sir, it will be our honor if you will allow us to visit.
Please, welcome to all of you. Please come.
Dr. Dinani, I must say, very beautiful poultry unit. I can see so many infrastructure. Can you please explain what are these all buildings?
Definitely, Doctor. We are having the three unit here. Number one unit is the parent set, and number two is the brooder set. Another one is the hatchery unit. Dimension of these units are the 200 into 40 diameter as per the standard dimension, in which 3000 birds capacity is there. Another unit is the hatchery unit. In this hatchery unit, having the dimension of the 30 unit as well as into 40 unit. This hatchery unit is particularly used for the production of the baby chicks from the three species, namely chicken, quail as well as the turkey. Besides, there is one wonderful feature in our hatchery that to minimize the cost of the electricity, we have installed here the solar power plant, 10 kilowatt capacity. That's why total load in the electricity cost is very much lesser in our hatchery as compared to the other hatcheries. And the minimum distance what is recommended, that is the 15 meter, and that's why between the two sets we have maintained the minimum distance of 15 meter, which is the standard dimension is suggested. And next, the type of housing we are maintaining here, that is the open sided poultry house we have maintained here. And the total height of the poultry house is 9 meter, which is standard, followed by the width. The total width of the poultry house is 35 feet, which is the standard dimension. In the total length of this poultry farm we have maintained 200 feet. That's why the total occupation at the level of the 2 square feet per bird, we are able to maintain here the 2000 bird in the one set, followed by the another 2000 in the another set. We have the capacity to maintain this bird in the deep litter system. Welcome. This one is the hatchery unit of the college, where from the fertile egg we are going to produce the chick. This is the solar panel we have installed. This solar panel has the capacity of the 10 kilowatts. Here are the two machines, setup machine and the hatcher machine, having the 5 horsepower of power to decrease the electricity load. We are going to use this solar power plant, and that's why significant reduction in the total cost of electricity we are getting. This is the refrigerator we are maintaining. This is particularly used for the storage of the vaccine at the temperature of 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. This one is the this is the egg storage room. In the egg storage room, there is a AC installed in here. 30 to 80 degrees centigrade temperature we are maintaining. Particularly, these are the hatching eggs. What is the basic principle? Whenever we are going to set the egg or to collect the egg, it should be the broad end up. This broad end up we are going to collect. And before collection this, we are going to follow the fumigation, and after fumigation they are coming here for the egg storage room, and here we are going to keep them for the period of 5 days in the standard protocol, and after that they are going to set into the incubator. Here are the two types of setter. Number one setter is that is the 15,000 egg capacity. The other setter is that this one, this is having the 10,000 egg capacity. Here directly you can see here we are maintaining the two types of egg. This is whole egg as well as the quail eggs, along with the turkey eggs. Also we are going to use for the hatching purpose. The eggs are particularly kept for the period of 3 days. For the 19th, 20th, and 21st day, after that the eggs come out, and that is going to sit in a cycle of the acceptance in the brooder set. In the brooder set, whenever they are going to complete the age of the 18 weeks, they are going to sit into the layer set. This is the second equipment. This is the hatcher equipment. Particularly the first equipment, we are going to maintain the temperature of 99.5 to 99.75 degrees Fahrenheit in the humidity of 50 to 60%. This is the hatcher room. In the hatcher room, we are going to maintain the humidity high, like 70 to 75% in the temperature is maintained nearly 97 to 99 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the pending cell. This is particularly going to be responsible for maintaining of the ventilation, and particularly this device is particularly used to maintain the humidity. These are the heating coils for which the temperature is generated. This is the maximum and minimum time thermometer as well as the giant the weight pulse thermometer where we are going to maintain the temperature. These are the jumbo thermometer inserted inside where we are going to regulate the temperature. In this way, the temperature humidity is maintained. The only difference in the setter and HL is that there is a facility of turning, but in HL there is no need of the turning itself. In the setter, we are going to keep the eggs in the provided lamp. In here, any position we can get. It's also the high temperature and the low humidity is maintained there. In here we are going to maintain the high humidity in the low temperature. In the setter, we are going to maintain the high temperature in the low humidity. And here the reverse condition is that high humidity in the slightly low temperature, nearly 97 to 99 degree Fahrenheit is recommended. The second unit is the brooder set. In this brooder set, all the three species, namely the chicken, quail, as well as the turkey, we are maintaining for the period of the brooding up to the 6 weeks. And after that, they are going to shift into the another set that is known as the parent set. In this set, we are going to maintain the adult stock. Adult stock of the chicken, quail, and the turkey we are maintaining here, followed by the whatever the experiment in the research trial is going on, they are run for the brooding purpose in the set number 1, known as the brooder set, in set number 2, known as the parent set.
Dr. Sir, what are the mandates and what are the activities being followed here?
The first and the foremost mandate of this poultry farm is that, as per the Veterinary Council of India, New Delhi, it is mandatory to maintain the poultry farm along with the various species of the poultry. That's why this is must to get the recognition from the Veterinary Council of India for the syllabus of the BVSC and AH. Second, for the MBSc as well as the PhD. The recognition of our colleges from the ICAR New Delhi and as per they are also mandate. If we want to conduct the different type of research related to poultry, we should maintain the poultry farm. That's why also for the PG and PhD curriculum, this farm is mandatory. Second, what the activities we are going to perform? Here. Number one, three species we have maintained here. Number one is the chicken. Number two, quail. Number three is the turkey. In the chicken, the types of breed we are maintaining here. Number one, Kadaknath. In the last year itself, more than 2000 birds we have sold to the Bogatola in the Girali districts from this poultry farm only, and followed by routinely we are going to distribute the chicks to the farmer. Second, quail, the variety we are maintaining here, that is the Tanuwas Namakkal quail 1 variety. We have maintained here, followed by we have supplied to the neighboring states also, including the Maharashtra and the Madhya Pradesh from our poultry unit. Third is the turkey unit. Turkey unit is only demonstration unit. Here the breed we are maintaining, the variety we have maintained for the turkey, that is the broad-breasted brown. This variety we have maintained, that is here used for the demonstration purpose for the farmers as well as the student. Second, what the activity we are going to perform? Number one, it is the demonstration form. It means that for all the different type of the demonstration related to students, this form is used. Particularly all the UG, PG and PhD classes, practical classes related to poultry is conducted in this poultry farm by the various teachers. Number two, internship training program. In internship training program, there is a two component. Number one component is the simple internship training in the poultry farm that is conducted here. Number two is the entrepreneurship development training that is done here for the period of the 2 months by all the birds of the different batches. They are going to maintain the birds in the different lots, either in the broiler, layer, or the chicken, or the quail, and that's why the earn by learn this mandate is completed. Third mandate is farmers visit and the training. Nearly more than 1000 farmers per year is going to visit this poultry farm, and they are going to learn different type of operation, and followed by they are going to initiate startup business in terms of the poultry. Third, whatever we are going to do here, in the last year itself, 3 students of the PhD as well as the 5 students of MBSc has completed their research work in the poultry in this farm only. Besides doing this activity, in the last year, by selling of the chicks, 9.5 lakhs rupees we have generated from this poultry unit along with the various type of activity. To maintain the biosecurity in the farm, number one, we are maintaining the food bath at the entry, followed by whatever the person going to enter or the vehicle is going to enter for any official purpose, that are first going to the dip, and after that they are eligible for entry in the farm. Second, for the physiological isolation, we are even in the stairs, we have maintained the distance of the 1.5 feet. That's why any type of the even the pest including rat and other cannot enter directly into the farm. And followed by is a food bar. Normally we are going to use the limestone powder, potassium permanganate, along with the different type of other compounds we are going to use, so that whatever the pathogen are present in our leg, that should be completely free before we are going to enter in that poultry farm. And that is the biosecurity, that is the key feature for success of any poultry farm. In the up to 100% level biosecurity, all the steps we are going to follow in our poultry farm. Thank you.
Dr. Saab, what space is formed?
This is the physiological isolation. The standard physiological isolation we are going to maintain 1.5 feet. This is particularly necessary to prohibit or to prevent the entry of the rat, snake or any type of the other wild animal inside the poultry farm. That's why it is mandatory to maintain the physiological isolation of at least 1.5 feet in the entrance of the any type of poultry farm. Please come now. I am going to show you the 12 feet maintaining in our college farm. Please come. We are the quail chicks. We are maintaining here. The quail chicks are maintained here in the two system. Number one system is the deep litter system. Another system is the battery or the cages system.
Dr. Saab, can we go inside?
Yeah, definitely. Deep litter system is this deep litter system. This is the chick guard. This chick guard is having the height of the 45 centimeter. Normal in the circumstances after the 10 days we are going to remove this chick guard and followed by the drinker and the feeder. What is the thumb rule? Normal is the thumb rule. 4 feeder in the 2 drinker per 100 bird. We are going to maintaining here. And, this type of the drinker in the feeder, circular drinker in the feeder, we are going to follow in our farm. This one is our the layer set of the quail birds. In the quail birds, we have to maintain the male-female ratio of 1:3. In this male-female ratio, whatever the black speckles you are going to see there, these black speckles are present only in the female, while these black speckles are absent in the male. This is the way we are going to differentiate between the male and female in the quail. The normal ratio to obtain the fertile egg we are going to maintain here 1:3. And these are the parts we are maintaining the deep litter system. In normal egg laying time of these parts are the 3 p.m. to the 6 p.m. And after that egg collection is done. After egg collection, fumigation is done, and followed by they are going to store in the egg storage room at the temperature of 13 to 18 degrees centigrade for the period of 5 days. There is another building we are maintaining here the turkey as well as the battery cages in which the quails has been housed. This is the turkey variety we have maintained here. That is particularly the Norfolk black variety. We are maintaining here. The male-female ratio is normally kept 1:5, and along with the along with this, normally total number of the birds turkey we are maintaining here is the 52, and these are particularly used for meat purpose only.
Dr. Saab, is the Ruby line having market?
Nearly
Turkey meat market?
Yeah, particularly at the end of the year, particularly the Christmas, these birds are very famous for the Thanksgiving bird. The demand is very high in the Christmas. In this market nowadays, many farms we have started by selling the chicks from our farm.
Okay. And what is the difference of taste of this from the broiler birds?
Exactly, the taste is better. That's why the demand is higher in this meat, and also the rate is more higher as compared to the chicken meat. And normally the whatever the incubation period for the chicken we are maintaining, that is for the 21 day, but here we have to maintain the incubation period of the 28 day.
The people who are having high cholesterol also advised to eat turkey meat, na?
Exactly. Actually, total cholesterol content in the meat is only 70 milligram per 100 gram. That is the safe limit, while the cholesterol present in the one egg is 230 milligram per egg. That's why the cholesterol is not the limiting factor to consume either the chicken as well as for the consume the chicken meat, turkey meat. The unit, this is the brooding unit where we are doing the brooding of the chicks of the quail birds. And these quail birds are very small in size. The size is nearly 6 gram only. And for the 6-week period, we are going to maintain here. In this state, this is particularly done for the period of 6 weeks. This is the chick guard we are maintaining for the height of 45 centimeters. Feed is provided. Water is provided. Clean water is provided by giving the specific type of the water sanitizer. And these are the brooding units we are maintaining here for the hatch out chicks. And this all you are going to see. This is the day old chick that was hatched yesterday. This is another building where we are going to maintain the battery cages for the quail adult bird. This is the specially designed cages prepared by our college. This is the cages in the single tier system, followed by these are the another cages we are designed in the prepared in our college. This is the 2-tier cages, and similarly this is the 2-tier cages. These cages having the total dimension of the 120 centimeter length, 120 centimeter width, and followed by the height of the 25 centimeter. And they can accommodate minimum 25 birds. That's why the low space it is practically possible for any entrepreneur or the farmer that quail farming can be initiated. Regarding the quail, there is the one specific habit that they are going to fly from the one place to another place. But maintaining this type of cages that are the very low cost, and these have been prepared by using the locally available material. Each and every farmer can use these cages for rearing of the quail birds. And this is also the 4-tier cages we have prepared, and these are particularly used for the different experimental purpose. Nowadays, there is a no but since due to the downtime, we have clean all the shades, fumigate all the shades, as well as the whitewashing has been done so that the microbial load can be minimized. Normally, the downtime for the one period or the one shade we are going to follow for the 7 days. In these 7 days, we are going to clean the shade, followed by fumigate the shade, whitewashing of the shade is done, and after that, shade is finally prepared for the coming of the another. This is the another shade, that is the layer shade used for the laying of the birds, particularly the adult birds. 20 weeks and above we are going to keep here. This is the first food box we are maintaining here, and after that there is the intense desi birds we have maintained here, and there is a one project we are going to run by the one PhD student in which the characterization of the desi birds of Chhattisgarh state we are going to do. And this is the one special type of the work that is going on. After that we will be able to develop any specific breed for our state. So this is the native fowl. We have collected their eggs, and after that we have hatched them in their hatchery, and after that one PhD student is really going to complete his PhD work in the characterization of the desi fowl. So these are the native fowl of our state. The system of housing that is maintained, that is the open-sided poultry house. The type of the housing we are maintaining here, the deep litter system. Normal litter thickness we are maintaining here 15 centimeter. The number of drinker and feeder we are maintaining is the circular, and followed by the number there 4 feeder in the 2 drinker per 100 birds we are going to maintain here. Please come. Similarly, this is all the native fowls we are maintaining here. In this native fowl for the egg laying bird, we are going to use the nest box. Normally, the one nest box is recommended for the 4 birds. And this is the special things we have created and constructed in our poultry farm, that is known as the perching device. Since there is a natural behavior of the chicken perching, that's why to give them expression of the natural behavior, this perching device has been constructed for this poultry unit so that the bird will get the sufficient rest.
Dr. Sir, subscribers would like to know about the perching. What is this perching phenomenon?
Perching, it is a natural behavior of the bird in which that the birds have tendency to sit in somewhat higher place. Okay. Whatever we are going to see, either the domestic bird or the wild bird, particularly they are going to sit in the somewhat higher place as compared to the floor. That's why this perching device.
That's why that higher place has been maintained.
Nearly 1 to 2 feet height we are going to maintain, and they will feel very much relaxed due to their natural behavior. That's why this perching device, by using simply bamboo, we are maintaining here. This is another one of the golden germplasm we are maintaining here, that is the Kadaknath. In the Kadaknath, in the last year itself, more than 10,000 birds from our poultry farm we have sold, and this is the component of research work of one PhD student in which they are going to study the genetic gain of the Kadaknath bird. The variety we are maintaining here is the jet black Kadaknath, and more than 10,000 chicks last year we have sold, and the total income generated nearly 9.5 lakhs. Very much contribution is also going to belong this Kadaknath, and also the 2,000 adult bird we have given to the Rajasthan district under the tribal subplan from this poultry farm itself.
Dr. Sir, what are the advantages of this Kadaknath meat?
Kadaknath meat is particularly, there is some basic advantage. Normally the protein content of the chicken is 18.5%, but here in the Kadaknath you will get the total protein content 24%. Next, particularly the iron content is much higher in the Kadaknath meat as compared to the other meat. The particularly higher content of the protein is related to 2 factors. Number 1 is the genetic factor, that is related to the fibromelanosis, FM gene. Sex-linked gene, another content is high melanin content. High melanin content, that's why the total amino acid composition, particularly the phenylalanine and the tyrosine amino acid composition is high. And third advantage of the Kadaknath is why it is very high in demand. Number 1, high protein, and number 1, it is also low in the fat content. Normal chicken meat contain nearly 3.5 to 5% of fat. But here the total fat content is nearly 1.7%. That's why due to low fat intake, low fat composition of this meat, that is very, very famous.
Is this available in the Bhilaidar market, or what is the cost?
The cost is higher. Particularly the native fowl we are going to sell at the rate of rupees 120 per kg. Yes. But the Kadaknath chicken rate is rupees 300 per kg. In this farm, I think nearly more than 1 lakh chicks of the Kadaknath we have distributed to the Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra as well as MP.
What are the managemental practices being followed here?
The common management practices we are going to follow is divided into the basically 2 components. Number 1 is the hatchery management practices, and another is the poultry farm management practices. In the hatchery management practices, we are particularly going to follow first of all egg collection. After the egg collection, we are going to do further fumigation of egg, and followed by the second step, we are going to keep in the egg storage room at the 13 to 18 degrees centigrade. And after that, egg cleaning is done. If the eggs are dirty, and if necessary, egg washing is also done for the excessive dirty egg. The second thing we are going to follow there is the fumigation. Fumigation is done by using the paralleling of the potash with a concentration of 1:2. Normally 20 grams KMNO4 in the 40 ml of 40% formalin we are going to use in the specific chamber is there for the fumigation, and after that egg are stored in before after storage they can keep there in the AC room for the period of 5 days, and after that period they are going to shift in the setter for the period of 18 days and followed by the 3 days in the hatcher room. In other management practices, whatever we are going to follow in the poultry farm, including basically number one feeding, number two watering, another is debeaking, vaccination, and other routine management practices we are going to follow here.
Which common vaccines we generally give them?
Particularly this Kalaknath and Desi cows, they are resistant to the many type of diseases. That's why the common vaccine we are following in our poultry farm is number one is the Marek disease vaccine, number two Ranikhet disease vaccine, number three Foulpox vaccine, and number four is the Gumboro vaccine. These four are the commonly vaccine we are going to follow in our poultry farm.
Okay. And what are the common diseases which you have seen during your in charge shift period?
The diseases that is most common here, particularly in the rainy season, there is some incidence of the coccidiosis we have felt. And along with that, non-specific diarrhea, particularly even the white diarrhea, basically white diarrhea we have seen, and also some respiratory distress related to the, I think the CRD, chronic respiratory disease, Mycoplasma erythematosus, etc. These three incidents I have seen most commonly. It means that most common incidence is coccidiosis, followed by Salmonella, maybe E. coli infection, or certain related to the Mycoplasma infection may be common, but we are lucky that mortality rate is within the normal limit in our farm. In normal condition, there is a no outbreak till date has been reported in our farm.
That's really nice, doctor.
This is the litter material we are commonly using in our poultry farm. The litter material, the whatever we are going to use, the main property are they should be the hygroscopic as well as they should be light in weight. And for this purpose, the paddy husk we are going to use in our farm. Along with this, the sawdust, groundnut hull, shredded paper can also be used. But in our farm, we are going to use the paddy husk, and this is the most commonly used bedding material. Second, the feed most of the time for the experimental purpose we are going to formulate the feed as per the recommendation of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research or Bureau of Indian Standard or National Research Council. Followed by different species in age for the different age group. Here the feed is formulated. For the chick, grower, layer, separate ration is formed. Similarly, for the quail, chick and layer, separate ration is formed. Also for the turkey species, different type of ration is formed. The type of the feed we are going to use, that is the mass feed. There is basically three forms of feed that is going to be used. Number one is the crumble, number two is the pellet, and third is the mass feed. The mass feeding, this is the one of the most common form of the feed we are going to offer in our farm, and mostly the feed is formulated in this farm itself.
Dr. Saab, your hard work is really appreciated, and you have presented very nicely. We are so proud of it that we are having so beautiful poultry unit that are managed very well by Dr. Om Prakash Dinani. Sir, thank you so much for giving your precious time and for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.